welcome back, you guys. You are joining me today on my trip to Vermont for one of my last fall videos of the year, you guys. I'm a little bit sad, but I'm also looking forward to this trip. Me and hubby decided to book a very cute cabin up in Vermont, so let's enjoy this last adventure. Arriving at the cabin was kind of crazy. It was really in the woods, you guys. I really didn't anticipate it being so deep into the woods. It was a little creepy at the beginning, but when we walked into this beautiful cabin, we were at ease. It was just a really cute cabin. This trip was a little weird. There were a lot of mishaps and just things that went wrong in general. So it was kind of a weird trip for us, but we still had a lovely time creating memories. The cabin specifically was really cold. We didn't really know why. The heating systems were kind of wonky. And there was like just little issues here and there that we had to deal with. And besides that, we also got a flat tire out there. And the problem with that was we were so far in the middle of nowhere that we had no cell phone service at least 3 miles from the cabin. So it's a bit of an adventure, this trip. Definitely one that we will be telling stories about for a while, but we had a great time. The cabin itself was large enough for me and my hubby. We absolutely loved the interior. We thought it was very cozy and cute, and just overall, like, being in a cabin makes you feel like you're in like a little fairy tale. I kept telling my hubby, like, I feel like I'm a little Keebler elf in here, like a little gnome, just relaxing. They had a beautiful, like, big size porch, and it was just a beautiful outdoor setup. There was also a lot of nearby hiking and things like that. I mean, nature was literally right in the backyard of this specific cabin, and you're right in the woods, like I said. So it definitely is a beautiful scene. You know, you are surrounded by just all sorts of fall foliage this time of year, and it really is beautiful. Even when you drive out, there are just acres and acres of farmland, different farm animals, and, you know, me and my hubby come from the city, so that's just amazing to see every time we see it. It never gets boring. So the first night we spent kind of just settling in. It was a pretty long drive for us, about 3 hours up north. So we just spent the first night kind of relaxing, settling in, enjoying the outdoors, taking some fall foliage videos and photos, and, you know, just kind of getting used to the new environment. Like I said, it's very much you're in the middle of nowhere. So if you're not used to it, it's kind of, I don't know, for me it was a little bit much, a little too secluded for me. And in case you guys are wondering, we stood in Shaftesbury, Vermont, which the closest town, everything that's in the town, which isn't very much, was 30 minutes away driving, and 3 miles out of the cabin you have no cell service. So it was definitely a different kind of trip for us, for sure. The next morning, we woke up and watched one of the last episodes of Gilmore Girls of the season. I'm actually kind of sad. And I had some coffee, and we basically got dressed, and we did have a maple syrup tour kind of planned that day, but we ended up with a flat tire that basically meant we had to cancel our maple syrup tour. But we pulled over the side of the road, and look how beautiful it is, you guys, out here. It is kind of scary being stuck in the middle of nowhere with no cell phone service with a flat tire, but I mean, come on, this view come on, is gorgeous. It looks like a Bob Ross painting, you guys. So after getting our tires fixed and got that all out of the way, and after our maple syrup tour having to be canceled because of the tire situation, we were kind of bummed, but we walked into this cute town that had this adorable bookshop, you guys. It was called Bat and Kill Books, and you know your girl, the way to my heart is good coffee and good books. So I went into this bookshop and me and my hubby did some browsing. You guys know I love a good bookshop, especially one I've never been to before. It literally smelled like, my hubby walked in and was like, it smells like books in here. I'm like, yes, I love that smell. I ended up picking up the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore because that was on my to be read kind of list for the fall, and I just never got a chance to pick it up. So I picked it up along with 2 other reads that I'll share in my next vlog with you, do a little book haul for you. But you guys, I'm so happy I got to visit this quaint little charming bookstore. Honestly, I absolutely love this. This is my vibe right here. So I was in heaven. And then after that, we walked on the block and there was the cutest little cafe / coffee shop. And you guys know your girl loves her coffee and her books. So we went here, we picked up some breakfast. We were in dire need of a good coffee and some breakfast at this point. We had spent the whole morning in the tire shop, so we were happy to be in town, just kind of trying to get comfortable. Finally, once we made enough stops to get everything we needed to be comfortable in that little cabin in the middle of nowhere, we went back to the cabin, had some wine that the hosts were so nice to provide for us, and played with the cat that visits the cabin often. We think that him and another cat that were visiting us are like the owners of the cabin, because they were super friendly, you guys, super friendly and sweet, and we hung out with them for a while out in, you know, the backyard, and we spent the last couple of days just cuddled up by the fireplace playing games and enjoying our last few days together. The trip started off kind of wonky, not really what we're used to, and a little bit like the beginning of a horror movie, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, but we really enjoyed it. And now we keep joking that we have many stories to tell, and honestly, we just love the fall time, this autumn season, and we loved just kind of ending it in the middle of the woods together, just embracing all the fall foliage and the ambiance. And you know, now we have stories to tell. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you next time. Bye.